Hey, what's up guys, it's Vatonage. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be trying to beat my Skyfactory mod pack. So first I'm going to break this tree and then I'll turn the wood into a crafting table and a crook. The crook will be used to break all the leaves because if you use a crook on leaves it'll give you string and more saplings, so that's going to help out a lot for the start. So now I'm going to expand the platform a little bit so I can get all the saplings and stuff from the trees. And there's also an add-on in this mod pack that'll let me grow trees by sneaking next to the sapling, which will help a lot for the starting bit. Now I'm going to make a wooden barrel, and this will let me turn saplings and apples and stuff into dirt. And this is the only real way to get dirt starting off, so this is really important if I want to grow more trees and for basically everything in the mod pack starting off. So I cut a few trees down off camera, and I have a bunch of extra wood because I need the saplings and stuff to make dirt. So I'm just going to make the house really quick, just out of wood because I have so much of it. Alright, so I've got enough saplings and stuff to make this dirt. I just made 23 dirt, and now I'm going to make a sieve, and this will let me turn my dirt and stuff into more resources. It'll basically help me get cobblestone and saplings and stuff out of the dirt. So as you can see, I'm getting a bunch of cool stuff like saplings and seeds and cobblestone. And the cobblestone is going to be really important in the future for getting iron and stuff. So now that I have this cobblestone, I'm going to make a cobblestone sapling, and this will basically work just like a normal sapling, but it will drop cobblestone along with the wood. But it will no longer drop normal saplings, so I can't make any more dirt with this tree. But that's fine because I've got enough saplings and dirt and stuff, so I just need cobblestone right now. So my inventory was getting really crowded, so I decided to make this simple chest room that I'll probably be using a lot. I just put signs above where the chests are to say what I have in them. So I've got a cobblestone chest and ores chest and stuff. But yeah, this will help out a lot because there is some storage system add-ons in this mod pack, but they're I'm not a big fan of them, so I'm just going to be using chests for the main part of this mod pack. Alright, so now I'm going to finally be using all this cobblestone. So first I'm going to make a hammer, and then I'm going to place all the cobblestone down and break it with the hammer. And this will basically just give me some gravel, and which I can use inside of the sieve to get iron and any ore, coal, diamonds even. So this is going to be very important for everything in this mod pack. I'm just going to have to get a ton of cobblestone and hammer it down into gravel, and then I can sieve it for a ton of resources. So I got all the gravel and I'm turning it into ores and resources with the sieve right now. And as you can see, I'm getting a ton of stuff. I already have some diamonds, and there's also some custom ores and stuff. But I mainly just want the iron and diamonds right now. Now I want to get some water and lava, so I want to make stone and wooden crucible. And these are really important. These are the only way to get water and lava in this mod pack. So the stone crucible will turn cobblestone into lava, and the wooden crucible will turn saplings and stuff into water. So I want to make some water really quick, which is going to be really helpful later on. Alright, so some of you guys might be thinking that I want to make a cobblestone generator right now, but honestly the stone trees work well enough for getting cobblestone. So what I actually want the lava and water for is to make a nether portal, because there's some really important stuff that I can get in the nether right now to help me speed up and get a ton of progression. So I want to make this nether portal, which will take a lot of cobblestone and stuff to turn into lava, but it's not too difficult. The main issue is that I only have iron right now for a bucket. I don't really want to make a diamond pickaxe, so I'm just going to make the portal with just a bucket, which isn't too difficult, but it's pretty time consuming. Alright, so I ended up getting into the nether, and I really underestimated the nether. There are some crazy new monsters that are part of some of the mods in this mod pack, so I ended up dying, but I decided to craft some cobblestone armor which will slow me down but give me a lot more defense and stuff. It's not better than iron armor, like iron armor is way better. But I just don't have enough iron for armor right now, so I ended up getting my stuff back, and I also got what I really wanted, which was some glowstone. So now I can go back, and I don't really want to go back in the Nether for a while, so I'm just gonna stay in the overworld because there are some crazy stuff in there. Alright, so what I really wanted from the Nether was glowstone. That way I could make this really cool block called the Transmutation Table. And this is going to be really overpowered. It's going to help me get all of the resources that I need for like any machines and everything. And I'll show you how it works, but it basically lets you turn some items into other items, and it has like its own custom currency and stuff. It's very, very overpowered, but it helps out a lot in this mod pack. So right now I'm just going to put everything inside of the Transmutation Table. You have to have at least one of something to put it in, and then you can unlock it and make as much as you want. This only works for like vanilla items like iron and stuff, but that's good enough because most things take like iron and diamonds anyways. So I finally finished the house. It looks pretty good in my opinion. It's no like super cool build. I'm not really a builder. I never claimed to be a builder. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. Now I'm finally going to use the Transmutation Table. I'm going to make some sand and unlock it in the Transmutation Table, and then I'm going to make a ton of sand because sand is really cheap. Like 1 diamond can get like 2 stacks of sand or something. So I'm just going to get a ton of sand, and then I can sieve it and get just as many resources as I need. It's super useful. I just have to like click on the sieve a lot, which is kind of annoying. Which I'll be doing a lot, which will probably be all sped it up and everything. You guys don't have to worry about that, but I'll be getting a ton of resources with this. Alright, so now I'm starting work on the machine part of my base. So I'm gonna make this all out of cobblestone because some things are like using lava and stuff, and I don't want my house to burn down, my beautiful house. So I'm just gonna make this big cobblestone platform for all of my machines and everything. It's gonna be really cool. So I decided to make the machine area 2 layers. I just used some water to get down, and I think this will be really cool, like having 2 layers, so I can have like the power on the first layer and all the machines on the second layer. It'll help us like keep everything organized and everything. I think it's gonna be a really good design. I'm gonna craft all of the cables that we need. We need power cables, gas cables, and fluid cables for like all of the machines. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of them right now, and then I'm gonna make some like actual machines and stuff. So for our starting power source, I decided just to make some solar panels. They're pretty cheap. They just use a ton of lapis and stuff, which is still pretty easy to get. I just have to sieve a ton of sand, which is a little annoying, but yeah, I managed to craft 3 solar panels, which is pretty good for now, and then I can like use the power to get even more resources, which is going to be awesome. So I made some batteries, and now I'm just placing some power cables and stuff under the platform. That way I can just keep everything organized. I'm going to have all the power generators on the bottom level like go up to the batteries right there and everything, and then I'll have the machines on top taking power from those batteries and the power cables beneath the first layer, and that way I can get like a ton of power to up on the first layer for all my machines. Alright, so I placed the solar panels, and as you can see there's a ton of power going through the cables up here. So this is going to be perfect. I'm going to make some new machines, and then I can just link it up to the power cables that I have below, and I'll get a ton of resources. So some weird monsters spawned in the machine area, so I decided that I wanted to make like a gun. I think I went for like a sniper or something, like an iron one. And then I just used it to kill all the things. They were from like a boss add-on, and they dropped some gold and stuff, which is pretty cool. And there's a ton of weapons in this mod pack, like there's guns and swords and everything. So yeah, I just took them out, and I'll be using the sniper a lot for just killing just whatever spawns in my base. The first machine that I want to craft is a plastic refinery. So this will basically turn oil into plastic, and this will be really useful for making a bunch of machines, because a lot of machines use a ton of plastic. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of plastic right here at the start so I can make whatever machines I want. For our first real power source, I decided to just go for an oil generator because I already was generating oil and it's pretty easy to get. So I'm gonna make a ton of oil, and then I'll put the oil into a bunch of oil generators and they'll make a ton of power. But yeah, I'll obviously be making like better power sources in the future. But for now, I feel like oil is good enough. I'm not really using too much power right now. I'm just using it for plastic. But I'll need a lot more power for all the machines that I want to make. Finally, I'm going to be making some ores and stuff with the quantum miner. It'll basically just generate a bunch of ores and stuff out of nowhere. And I also need to make a powered furnace, which will turn the ores into just like the smelted forms like iron and stuff. And yeah, I can use this will be making a ton of resources for me. So I won't have to use as much sand to get all my resources, but I still have to do it a bit because this machine is pretty slow. But it'll speed up a lot once I get a better power source. Now I'm going to be making some silicon, which is going to be used for making some more advanced machines and stuff. It'll be used into like circuit boards and stuff, and it's pretty difficult to make. It'll take water, lava, and carbon gas. So I'm just using a few fluid pumps to get an infinite source of lava and water, and then I can use the I already have a bunch of carbon gas from the smelter. Basically, the powered furnace will give you some carbon gas if you just hook up a gas cable above it. So I'm just linking all of those up to the silicon generator. And it also needs advanced power. So yeah, if all this sounds really complicated, I'm gonna set it all up. And it is complicated, but it's not that hard. Now is where the real complicated stuff begins. I'm just gonna like quickly summarize what I'm doing. I'm just making a really powerful impact reactor. It'll make a ton of power. It'll actually generate advanced power, which is like 5 normal power. And then I'll turn that advanced power into just normal power, and it'll make a ton of power for me. And I forget what it needs. I think it needs like water, lava, and oxygen maybe. So yeah, I just hook all that stuff up, and then it just generates a bunch of power. Finally, I had enough resources to make a experience generator, and this will just basically take power and make it into like experience liquid, and then I will just place something to like automatically give me levels, and it gives me a ton of levels. As you can see, it's automatically just filling up my EXP bar, and it'll get like kind of annoying because like it'll fill it up even if I'm really far away, and you'll probably just hear random EXP sounds randomly, but yeah, it'll give me infinite experience, and I'll eventually use this for like enchanting and stuff, but it's really nice. So I finally decided that I wanted to make a bit of a farm and a like grass area for like bone mealing and for getting like animals and stuff. So I just used the transmutation table to get like infinite dirt, and then I just placed down a bunch of dirt, and I also got some grass from an element table, which was pretty easy, and then I can just place it all down and the grass will eventually spread. And I also wanted to make some really cool seeds. So this add-on pack has mystical agriculture, and this will basically let me grow a bunch of new custom like plants and stuff. I don't really get too much into it, but I just planted some of the seeds because why not? This add-on also has a Tinker's Construct add-on, which will basically just add like Tinker's Construct and a bunch of new tools and stuff that I wanted to check out. So I just made a Tinker's Smeltery, which was pretty easy. I already had like all of the resources because of the Transmutation Table. I just had to smelt all the grout and stuff into seared bricks. And I also had to just make some glass and craft all of this stuff. But yeah, I set up the smeltery, which was pretty easy, and I'm gonna make some new weapons and stuff. I've never actually used this add-on, so I'm actually pretty excited to see what I can make with it. So I decided I wanted to make a iron hammer, so I just got a bunch of iron and smelted it, and now I can finally make this hammer. And it will basically mine in a 3x3 area, so it's 9 times as good as a pickaxe, so it's gonna be really cool for mining and stuff. And I'm gonna go check this out in the Nether really quick to see how overpowered it is. Alright, yeah, this hammer is pretty crazy. It mines just as fast as a pickaxe, and it mines in a 3x3 area. I can use this to get a ton of resources and everything. It does break pretty quickly though, and there's also some monsters attacking me, but don't mind that. So when I was killing some stuff in the Nether, I got a weapon case from one of the monsters. It's just a rare one, so it's not that good, but I got a really cool sword. It does 20 something damage, and also I think it teleports stuff near me, so if I it's a bad example on this Enderman, but if I hit something with it, it'll teleport it, which is kind of annoying, but the sword does a ton of damage, so I'm gonna keep it as my main weapon for now. We had a bunch of extra resources in our quantum miner, so I decided to make some diamond block armor, which will give me resistance. I also have netherite boots, which give fire resistance, and a slime helmet, which gives jump boost. But yeah, now we are super strong. Alright, so now I want to start preparing to kill the Ender Dragon. I decided that I wanted to make a rocket launcher because I had a bunch of I could get infinite sand and gunpowder and TNT and stuff from the Transmutation Table, so I could make a ton of TNT and stuff. So I decided I'll make a rocket launcher because that just takes some TNT and iron and stuff. So yeah, I made a rocket launcher, which will help out a lot for the end fight, especially for taking out the crystals. I also decided to craft this weird gun. It's like a golf club, but it takes a ton of iron, and it hits a golf ball that super fast. I don't know how it works, but it's really good. I don't need a sword anymore because this does plenty of damage, especially for the Ender Dragon. So I'm just going to be using this to completely destroy the Ender Dragon by using golf balls. Don't question it, it works. Alright, I also wanted to craft a wolf pet. This will give me strength, but I don't really use it because I'm using guns and stuff, but the strength will help a bit, I guess, and it's also cool just to have another pet in my inventory. I also decided to finally make a enchantment table, and I enchanted all my gear with decent enchants. It didn't really matter because I was already super strong from the resistance and stuff, but yeah, it helped out a bit. Alright, so I was finally ready to defeat the Ender Dragon, so I crafted end cake, which will just teleport me to the end, and I brought a bunch of blocks, and I had just everything I needed, and I am gonna completely obliterate this Ender Dragon. Alright, so I blew up all the pillars with my rocket launcher, and now I'm just trying to kill the Ender Dragon with my golf club. As ridiculous as that sounds, but it's actually working pretty well. There are some harder bosses in this mod pack, but I'm not really going to be fighting any other bosses. I think the Ender Dragon is a good place to leave off the video. Alright, so I decided that I wanted to turn all of my resources into netherite just to see how rich I was, just to see how much netherite I could make. So I went to the Transmutation Table and just turned everything into the currency, and then just turned everything into netherite, and I was actually pretty surprised. I was able to get quite a bit of netherite. So we ended up making 48 ingots of netherite, which is a lot, especially because I didn't really like set up too many machines to get like diamonds and stuff. But yeah, we are super rich. We could basically just make whatever we wanted. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Skyfactory. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. Let me know in the comments that you really like this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.